3 of representing benchmark fractions and percents. So I left the last video by telling you to try and find the last 5 problems on your own, find the answers by yourself. I'm going to go ahead and show you now on this video what you should have put down. Hopefully you got the right answers. And so in the table it wanted us to take 60% and find the fraction. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We know that 60% is the same thing as 60 over 100. And now I can look at that and see, can it be reduced? Can it be made smaller and simplified? It sure can, because 60 and 100, they both have factors that when you multiply together, they can equal the 60 or the 100. So right away I know that since it ends in 0, it's divisible by 10 and by 5. So I could say, let's see, and I would want to use the greatest factor. So I'm going to say by 10. So I'm going to say that 10 times 6 equals 60. And 10 times 10 equals 60. Oops. 100, sorry. These are in common, the 10 and the 10, so I can cross those out, and I'm left with 6/10. Now looking at 6/10, is there a factor that can go into both of those numbers? And both of those numbers can be divisible by 2, or they're even, so 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 5 is 10. Cross out the 2's, and I'm left with 3/5. So 60% is the same thing, is equivalent to 3/5. Okay. The next one was a half. They gave us the fraction, and they wanted us to find the percent. This one's easy, because you could say that I could even just show a box that's a whole divided into 2 pieces. One of those pieces is a half, and you know that a half is 50%. That's one way of doing it. The other way is to go ahead and look at half as a division problem. 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2. 2 goes into 1 0 times. Put my decimal. Placeholder. Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing right there. Let me fix that. Alright, smaller. 1 divided by 2. 2 goes into 1 0 times. 0 times 2 is 0. Subtract 1. Put my decimal. And a 0. Bring it down. How many times does 2 go into 10? 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. 0.5. So if I have 0.5, we know that if I move the decimal over 2 places to the right, put my placeholder in there, that equals 50%. Okay. The next one was 4/3. And it wants us to find the percentage of 4/3. Remember, 4/3 is the same thing as 4 divided by 3. Three goes into 4 one time. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 take away 3 is 1. Put my decimal. Placeholder. As long as there's something to divide into, gotta keep going. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 1. Placeholder. Bring it down. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 9. 1. Placeholder. As long as there's something to divide by, I need to keep doing it. But I'm noticing something. It's the same thing over and over again. Whoops. And once that happens, that becomes a repeating decimal. You take it out 3 places and then you stop and you write the symbol with the line at the top. Well, that is our decimal number, but it wants us to put it in percent form. So we've got 1.333, and I need to put it in percent form. So I'm going to move my decimal to the right 2 places, and now it's between this 3 and this 3. So it is 133.3%. Okay. Next was 90%. And it wants us to find the fraction. We know that 90% as a fraction is 90 over 100, but that is not simplified because I know both of those numbers can be divided by 10. 10 times 9 is 90, and 10 times 10 is 100. Cross out the like numbers, and I'm left with 9/10. And 9/10 cannot be reduced because there's not another factor that they both go into, or that goes into both of them. So my fraction is 9/10. That one was kind of easy. And then the last one is 3/8, and it wants us to find the percent. Okay, 3/8. I can change that by writing a division problem, and the top number is always divided by the bottom number, so 3 divided by 8. 8 goes into 3 0 times. 0 times 8 is 0. 3 take away 0 is 0. Put a decimal. Placeholder. Bring it down. 8 goes into 30. 3 times. 3 times 8 is 27. No, 24, sorry. 24. 30 minus 24 is 6. Bring down, put another 0. Bring it down. 7. 56. 4. 0. As long as I have something to divide, I have to keep putting my zeros. 8 goes into 40. 5 times. 40. And now I'm at 0, so I can stop. But 0.375 is not in percent form. So I need to change it to percent by moving my decimal 2 places to the right. It's between the 7 and the 5 now, so now I know that it's 37.5%. Okay. I hope you guys understood that. If you have any questions, make sure you comment to me and or send me a message that you're not understanding. You can find your assignment now in your portfolio and work on that last worksheet. That's your homework. Okay.